Good Wednesday evening, June 19th, and welcome to the NCWLIFE Evening News. I'm Grant Olson. Here are a few of the stories we have coming up for you tonight. Firefighters are working to protect 11 backcountry cabins from the 3,800-acre Pioneer Fire, as well as bridges, shelters, and other structures maintained by the U.S. Forest Service. The Wenatchee Valley College OMAC campus has a new dean. Warmer temperatures out there today and getting downright hot by Friday and Saturday. All the weather details coming up in your local forecast. The man suspected of killing East Wenatchee mother Synthia Ring has been formally charged with her murder, and police documents allege he may have confessed to the crime before leaving the scene. 22-year-old Ashton Bunting Jr. was arrested Tuesday in Ohio after allegedly fleeing the Eastmont Avenue apartment where the 28-year-old Ring was found dead on June 11th with her 4-year-old child crying nearby. With his arrest, Douglas County prosecutors filed one count against Bunting of murder in the second degree. An East Wenatchee police affidavit seeking his arrest says Bunting left notes and whiteboard messages in the apartment, apparently admitting to Ring's murder and expressing regret. Police also say Ring and Bunting were in a long-term relationship, and she told co-workers about prior instances of domestic violence. Bunting remained in police custody today in Bowling Green, Ohio. He'll face extradition back to Douglas County to be arraigned on that murder charge. Firefighters are working to protect 11 backcountry cabins from the 3,800-acre Pioneer Fire, as well as bridges, shelters, and other structures maintained by the U.S. Forest Service. Yesterday, fire managers briefed the residents of Stehekin, the remote Lake Chelan community that lies 8 miles north of the fire line. They say fire growth has been minimal, and they're working to set up hoses, pumps, and barriers to control further spread. The Lakeshore Trail remains closed to hikers, and aircraft scooping water means a section of the lake around the fire is off limits to boating as well. The United States government acknowledged the harms federal dams in the Pacific Northwest have inflicted on Columbia Basin tribes yesterday. The Biden-Harris administration released a report that details how 11 dams along the Columbia and Lower Snake Rivers impacted 8 tribal nations, including the Colville Confederated Tribes. This is the first time the federal government has detailed these harms. The report says federally constructed dams have caused devastating effects to salmon populations and impacted the, quote, spiritual, cultural, physical, and economic health of the tribes. The administration also announced the creation of the Columbia River Task Force, which will coordinate efforts across federal agencies to restore native fish populations. The estate of fruit industry pioneers Herschel and Betty Sparks has gifted over $4 million to 3 local nonprofits. The Wenatchee Valley College Foundation received $699,000 and $1.7 million went to both the Saddle Rock Presbyterian Church and the Confluence Health Foundation. After the Sparkses moved to the area in 1943, they grew apples and owned 3 different warehouses, with Herschel operating the first controlled atmosphere warehouse in Wenatchee and Betty taking care of the accounting. After Herschel passed away in 2009 and Betty in 2011, their estate gave initial gifts of about $700,000 combined to the Wenatchee Valley College and Confluence Health Foundations. A joint press release between the foundations say the estate will distribute a third and final gift at a later date. When we come back, a Spokane teenager is charged with felony cyber-harassment after allegedly threatening a Wenatchee girl and her family online and by phone. Congresswoman Kim Schreier will be in Wenatchee tomorrow to host a housing roundtable. And in the spirit of Washington's fleet of highway snowplows, the city of Leavenworth wants your help in naming its latest public works appliance. I'm Grant Olson, and you're watching the NCWLIFE Evening News.
The agents of Kennedy Real Estate Group are committed to providing the ideal client experience. We believe in the power of relationships. Why? Because we don't just work here, we live here. From the nonprofits we serve, the parks where we play, and the local businesses we support, our team understands the value of living in the Wenatchee Valley. Let's begin your real estate story.
A ductless unit from Carrier can keep anyone comfortable. Take Shelly, for instance. She finds me time in her new attic-turned-home gym. And with her Carrier ductless unit, the temperature is always perfect. No matter how intense her workout gets. Carrier. Total comfort, totally happy.
Turn to the experts, Carrier and Alpine Air. Heat and air, call Alpine Air.
Hi, I'm Mike Steele, and I've been honored to serve you as our state representative for District 12 for the last 8 years. With experience in several leadership roles in civic organizations, as well as being a lifelong resident, I've championed projects that have made a difference in our community. I plan to continue the progress we've made together.
Re-elect Mike Steele, your voice in Olympia. Together we can achieve more. Visit votemikesteele.com. Paid for by the citizens to elect Mike Steele.
The Lake Chelan Chamber of Commerce presents Wonders of Wooden Avenue.
Culinary Apple is North Central Washington's premier kitchen store with everything you need to elevate your own culinary experience.
For the most unique wine tasting experience in the Chelan Valley, visit One Wines. Popular for being the smallest and most intimate facility in the valley, it features one red, one white, and one rosé. Complex wines, simple elegance.
Wonders of Wooden Avenue, North Central Washington's premier shopping district.
A Spokane teenager is charged with felony cyber-harassment after allegedly threatening a Wenatchee girl and her family online and by phone. 18-year-old Declan Riley Finch is accused of harassing the 17-year-old victim in online chats and text messages when she tried to end their long-distance relationship. He also allegedly messaged her other family members with intimidating texts. At one point, Wenatchee police say he spoke with the girl's father by phone and threatened to come to their house with a semi-automatic rifle. He allegedly confirmed making the threats in an interview with police. Chelan County prosecutors charged Finch by summons earlier this month. He is due to be arraigned in Superior Court on June 26th. The Wenatchee Valley College OMAC campus has a new dean. Carolyn Goolsby, who recently served as the director of the University of Alaska Fairbanks Kuskokwim, will take on the role. Goolsby has 30 years of management experience, including in several leadership roles in libraries in several states and in Canada. At the OMAC campus, she will oversee operations, finances, and strategic planning, and will serve as liaison with the community and partnerships, including the Colville Confederated Tribes and the Rural Library College Alliance. Goolsby begins work on August 16th. Congresswoman Kim Schreier will be in Wenatchee tomorrow to host a housing roundtable. The purpose of the event is to discuss affordable housing and factors contributing to high home costs in Central Washington. Schreier will be joined by local leaders, including City Administrator Laura Gloria, Community Development Director Glenn DeVries, and housing leaders Tom Nees and Rachel Goldie. In a press release, Schreier said she consistently hears about lack of affordable housing from 8th District constituents. The roundtable will be held in the Wenatchee City Hall building at noon. In the spirit of Washington's fleet of highway snowplows, the city of Leavenworth wants your help in naming its latest public works appliance. The city has a new Vactor truck used to vacuum sludge and debris out of sewers and other submerged pipes. The city opened up for suggested names back in May, and now there are 5 options for you to vote on, including Der Gunkernator, Sir Sucks-a-Lot, and the Waste Warrior. You can find the link to the Survey Monkey contest through the City of Leavenworth's Facebook page. Coming up next, the Wenatchee Pride Festival is returning this Saturday to Memorial Park with local vendors and performers scheduled to participate. More on that coming up in tonight's feature story. Get ready for unseasonably warm temperatures right through the weekend. I'll have all the details coming up in your full local weather forecast. That and much more still to come tonight. Please stay with us.
Mount Stewart Physical Therapy is all new. New staff, new therapists, and a fabulous new chiropractor. That's right, you do not need to drive to Wenatchee or Kashmir for your care. Come see Dr. Zolman, DC. No referral needed for most insurances. Open your auto and work injury claims with us, or fax your post-op and Medicare therapy prescriptions to us right here in town. We offer covered pelvic floor services. We are premium health care for the Upper Valley. Improve your quality of life today. Mount Stewart Integrative Therapy and Chiropractic.
Shoot, I think I left my keys in the kitchen. Can you grab them?
Yep.
Find out?
What's this?
It's a locking bag. It keeps Grandma's medication safe.
But I could just take it.
Well, for one thing, it locks. And if it were gone, I know there's a problem.
Huh. Well played.
Help prevent opioid misuse before it starts. Visit getthefaxrx.com.
Have you noticed how expensive it is this summer to feed a family at most restaurants? Even a burger basket for 6 people can run you $60. But at Abby's, you can still feed a family of 4 to 6 for less than $26. Real value. That's one more reason we're legendary. We know what Abby's customers like on their pizza. Meat. Lots of meat. That's why this month, we're piling on the classic pepperoni, Canadian bacon, and beef. Abby's Triple Topper has the meat you love, and right now, it's on sale. Order your Triple Topper at abbys.com.
Lifeline Ambulance has partnered with Wenatchee Valley Tech to provide EMT certification training within the high school. This opens up career opportunities in EMS, fire, and other medical fields, and gives these students a leg up when entering the workforce.
Students at Wenatchee Valley Tech, through our partnership with Lifeline Ambulance, can now earn their National Registry EMT certification.
In tonight's feature story, the Wenatchee Pride Festival is returning this Saturday to Memorial Park with local vendors and performers scheduled to participate. Last year, the festival saw roughly 4,000 attendees. NCWLIFE's Dan Kuntz got all the details. Take a look.
People like parties. People like big parties.
They
and
do.
That's what this is, essentially.
Yeah, essentially it's a big party just to celebrate, the LGBTQIA+ community. And we're really fortunate that Wenatchee allows us to put this on and that we have so much support here in our area.
Is the Valley getting it? Are we getting better in that regards? I mean, it wasn't that long ago where this kind of thing wouldn't fly, and now here we are.
I mean, there's definitely more support than there has been in the past. You know, you still have your outliers, though, that really voice their concerns or their discomfort with it, but those voices are getting more and more quiet as time goes on, and every once in a while there's a really loud one, but everybody kind of stands up and says this isn't right, and really just supports us.
I was here last year, as I mentioned before. I didn't see there was not a single problem to be had. If anything, it was you have an overdose of smiles and good times is what I saw last year.
Yeah, I mean, that's the general consensus. I mean, there were a few protesters last year, very, very small. They gave up pretty easy. I think that the amount of people that showed up really kind of overwhelmed them.
That's a nice problem to have.
It is. It's a good problem, yeah.
Tell me about the genesis of all this. I know the city of Wenatchee's been on board from day one. You got your proclamation from the mayor on Thursday. Take me back to the first couple of years when it was like, Joy, should we do this? Can we do this? How do we do this?
Yeah, actually, I believe it started in either 2016 or 2017 at a local church. And from there, people came together and they decided they wanted to make it an actual festival. And so we started filling out permits and things like that to get it in parks. I know that 2019 it was at Lincoln Park, but for the majority of our time doing this, it's been here at Memorial Park, and it's just grown and grown and gotten bigger.
And looking at the lineup, and Kelsey said it to me that I didn't get a chance to read it. You got tons of stuff. Let's start out with the performers. There'll be a stage right here.
Yeah.
Built over the top of the Mayor's Fountain as usual. Entertainment starts at 11 and goes all day, right?
It does. It goes all the way to 9 p.m.
So talk about some of the performers people can see.
Yeah, we have a few return performers. We have drag, so Ludafisk from House of Pisces will be here, Karma Del Rey, and Punani Puse will be here. And then we have some bands that are going to be playing, Pizza Party,
Where do you find these acts? Where do you?
We just put out a call for acts, and we say apply, and we kind of review them, and we put them on our lineup if we like them, and luckily majority of them are very, very great.
Is Matt going to be back emceeing again this year?
Yeah, Matthew Pippin will be emceeing again this year. We're actually adding a couple comedians to our lineup too. Some of them are from out of the area, and some of them are from here. But yeah, we have a full day. I know that our first lineup is that the library is going to read a story, kind of kick everything off, and then Punani Puse will close the night out.
And beer garden.
Yeah,
you got to have a beer garden.
Right. Yeah, we have a great beer garden. We got Icicle Brewing Company donated some beer, and Yonder Cider donated some beer or cider, and it's going to be a really good time.
So music, entertainment, beer, food, vendors. I think you got it all.
Time now for a check of your North Central Washington weather forecast, and what a beautiful day today. Hope you enjoyed your Wednesday. We did see a mix of clouds, mainly above the Cascades, and lots of blue sky out there. Beautiful shot outside our weather window this afternoon from our Cashmere Sky-Fi Tower camera, and still lots of green out there. I don't know with these hot temperatures how much longer our hills are going to stay green, but boy, they sure look good right now. We are warming up, as I mentioned. We've been talking about this since Monday. As we get you into Thursday, we're looking at about 86 degrees, low to mid 90s then Friday into Saturday, before we cool down a little bit on Sunday and Monday, and then right back into the mid 80s for the first and middle part of next week. So we're going to stay above normal over this next 6 or 7 days. Today, 79 degrees, right on the money where we should be for this time of year. 79 is our normal, 96 our record high. That was set in 1985. 50 this morning, our low temperature. 55 is where we should be, and our record low, 44 degrees, and that was set in 2016. Our sun came up at 5:04 this morning, and it sets tonight at 9:01. Should be a beautiful evening tonight. Temperatures as we get you into Thursday look even warmer, 87, so mid to upper 80s in the Columbia Basin, Moses Lake, Ephrata, and Quincy. 85 for Ellensburg. That goes for Wenatchee. Almost 85. Any at Chelan and up into Omak. Even our upper elevations just beautiful tomorrow. 80 in Lake Wenatchee, 83 in Leavenworth, and the high temperature for you folks in Cashmere, a beautiful 84 degrees. All right, tonight we can expect clear skies. Here's our ridge of high pressure allowing all that desert southwest warmth to move our way. We'll call it seasonal lows tonight with temperatures mainly into the mid 50s. Getting you into Thursday, and welcome to summer, and boy, it's going to feel like it tomorrow. Mostly sunny and warmer. High temperatures above normal into those mid 80s tomorrow. So beautiful way to end our week, or start summer, I should say. And talking about ending our week, it's going to get even hotter. Mostly sunny and unseasonably warm on Friday. High temperatures in those low 90s, probably 91 to 92 for the Wenatchee area Friday afternoon. Getting you into Saturday, a few high clouds out there. Really not going to keep our temperature down much. Mostly sunny and hot with temperatures in the low to mid 90s by Saturday afternoon, and just hot all the way up and down the west coast for this weekend. And then Sunday, an area of low pressure slides across Canada. That's going to kick up our winds on Sunday. We're going to stay with lots of sunshine. As you can see, most of the clouds in western Washington, but with that wind, we're going to cool down. Temperatures in the low 80s on Monday, so about, or Sunday rather, a 10-degree cool down. Monday, sunny skies. We will see warm temperatures, maybe still just a breeze in north central Washington. Nice start to our week with high temperatures Monday right around that 80-degree mark. And then by the end of our forecast next Tuesday, back to all that sunshine. And look at that, almost all of the western United States will see sunny skies. We're going to warm up too. Tuesday high temperatures into those mid 80s. All right, your 7-day forecast, 56 overnight tonight, 85 tomorrow. Look at these lows the next 3 nights, between 60 and 65, 91 the high Friday, 93 on Saturday, and then that storm system moves through, bringing windy conditions and cooler temperatures Sunday at 82, 80 and sunny on Monday. And by the time we get to Tuesday, sunny and warmer with a high temperature of 84 degrees. And that's a look at your North Central Washington weather forecast. Coming up next, tonight's sports report with Eric Granstrom and more as the NCWLIFE Evening News continues right after this.
What does RV stand for? Recreational vehicle or ruined vacation? At Click-It RV, we want you to have a fun, safe camping experience. So for the month of June, get to any Click-It RV store and get a professional propane leak test, tire pressure check, wheel bearings, roof, slide and battery test. And all inspections are free because we want you and yours to have a safe camping season. Thinking of upgrading? Check out their used selection of new and used top brands like Grand Design, Rockwood, Flagstaff, Winnebago, and more. So get to a Click-It RV store near you for a free inspection and keep your family safe.
And a good Wednesday to you. The Mariners built a big lead early and had to hang on to beat Cleveland last night by a final of 8-5. Seattle fell behind by a run in the second before scoring 4 in the third to take a lead they never surrendered. J.P. Crawford was one of the hitting stars of the day, while Bryce Miller was good enough on the mound to earn his 6th victory of the season.
Hit hard to first. Grants goes to second. There's one. They'll get no double play. Crawford was looking to first, but Schneemann was getting down the line, and I think he beat Bryce Miller to the bag. So Guardians take the lead, give Schneemann his 6th RBI. It's 1-0 Cleveland.
Well, JP worked the walk to open up the ball game. He's ahead again. High fly ball, chasing Brennan, and the center fielder Schneemann on the track, and he can't get it. It's a 2-run homer for J.P. Crawford. How about that? JP with his 7th home run, RBI's 19-20, and the Mariners have a 2-1 lead. Cal trying to bring in another run. 2-1 Mariners, 2-run homer by JP a few minutes ago. It's pretty well tagged. Giving chase Schneemann, looking up, off the wall out there. Rojas, he scores easily. And a nice RBI double and a jog to second for Cal Raleigh. That's going to get some grass right there. Cal's going to stroll home, and motoring to third is Ty France. Manny will hold him there. RBI double Mitch Garver. Ringing the bell, and the Mariners lead goes to 4-1. That struck well. Slicing drive. Schneemann going back, and that's up the wall. Here comes Demo. He's going to score. JP strolls into second. It's a doubles parade here by the Mariners this evening. It's now a 5-1 Seattle lead. There's Brennan, single to center. Coming on Morelli. Oh, baby, what a play, what an effort. Outstanding work by Luke Raley. What else is new? Great job. A 1-2-3, 4th inning. Selling out, making the play. See him get one barreled up. Goes the other way, backs up Quantis, checking where he is on the wall, and it is gone! Luke Raley goes up with a home run, number 8, and the Mariner lead goes to 6-1. You get a home run, a 2-run shot by JP, and now a solo blast by Luke Raley. And here's a drive deep to left. Look at this! Bye-bye! Dylan Moore, what a night! Demo with his 7th home run. And RBI number 23. He's been on base 3 times, has scored 3 times, and the Mariner lead is now 7-1.
Will Brennan kept the hands back, punches it into center field. Ramirez racing around third will score. Naylor all the way to third. And it's now a 7-2 ball game as Brennan has his 2nd hit of the night. Threw it away.
He's going to give you one.
Naylor scores. Brennan down to third on the errant throw by Bryce Miller.
Garver up the middle. They don't get the double play. One scores. 8-3 Mariners.
2-strike pitch. Little squibber to first. Diving stop, but they're not going to get him at first base. Ramirez with an infield RBI single makes it an 8-4 game. And the Guardians have 2 on with only 1 out, and Josh Naylor coming up. And ground ball to short. Crawford to second for 1, on to first. They will not turn the double play. Brennan scores. It's an 8-5 ball game.
And all sliders, has not shown him a fastball.
There we go. A ball and 2 strikes, trying to close it out. And he does. Moni finishes off Cleveland. 8-5. Mariners win. First game of 3.
Able to beat a really good team tonight. It took 5 relievers to get it to the house, but they were able to do it. A nice offensive night tonight. Dylan Moore had a really good night tonight. A little bit of everything for Dylan, as well as J.P. Crawford.
JP finished 2 for 3 with 3 RBI, while Luke Raley was 2 for 5 with a home run. The two teams are at it again tonight. Well, right now, as a matter of fact, on Root Sports Northwest. Seattle's lead in the American League West grew to 10 games with a win over Texas as they fell to the Mets 7-6. It's the largest lead the Mariners have had in the division since their record 116-win season back in 2001. Astros fell to the White Sox 2-0. Angels fell to Milwaukee 6-3 to drop to 15 games under 500. Oakland beat Kansas City 7-5 to snap a 9-game losing streak. The Wenatchee Apple Sox have only 4 losses on the season, but last night, their worst. Yakima Valley scored early and often in a 14-3 shellacking of the Apple Sox at Yakima County Stadium. We get more on the story from the voice of the Apple Sox, Joel Norman.
The Wenatchee Apple Sox dropped the first game of a 3-game set against the Yakima Valley Pippins with a 14-3 loss on Tuesday night at Yakima County Stadium. Wenatchee's 5-game winning streak in West Coast League action came to an end as they gave up 5 runs in both the bottom of the first and the bottom of the second innings. Antonio Gianni hit his West Coast League leading 4th home run of the season, and Luca Boscarino drove in 2 runs, but it was not enough for Wenatchee. They'll look to even up the midweek series against the Pippins as they face them again on Wednesday night at 6:35 at Yakima County Stadium. With your Apple Sox update, I'm Joel Norman.
The 14 runs allowed was the second worst outing for Wenatchee since Port Angeles scored 13 runs on June 1st, a game in which, by the way, the Sox won 16-13. In other West Coast League play last night, Trey Duffield was 2 for 4 with a home run to lead Kelowna over Edmonton 6-3. Kyle Miklas was 3 for 4 with a run and 3 RBI to lead Victoria to a come-from-behind 8-3 win over Nanaimo. Bellingham won its 4th straight with an 8-2 decision over Kamloops. Anthony Kadama had a bases-loaded triple for the Bells in the victory. Dawson Harris was 3 for 3 with a run and 2 RBI to power Ridgefield over Port Angeles 4-2. Bend earned its 9th win of the season with a 7-5 win over Walla Walla. Jake Wakefield led the way, going 3 for 6 with 3 runs and 2 RBI. Kyle Larson pitched a complete game 5-hit shutout as Springfield blanked Corvallis 2-0. It was only the 2nd loss of the season for the Knights. Nate Wood's 3-run homer in the bottom of the 2nd was enough for Portland to beat the Cowlitz Black Bears by a final of 3-2. Wenatchee's 12-4 record good enough for a 2-game lead in the West Coast League's North Division over Edmonton and Bellingham. Victoria still in the hunt at 8-8, while Nanaimo is 6-7. After falling last night, Corvallis' lead in the WCL South is 3.5 games over Portland and Yakima Valley. They're 4.5 games in front of Bend. That's a look at sports news. I'm Eric Granstrom. Have a happy Wednesday.
On the next edition of Wake Up Wenatchee Valley, it is the summer solstice, give or take a couple of days. It is on Thursday. Whenever we have a solstice, whenever we have an equinox, Bonnie Orr joins us to talk about the do's and don'ts of lawn care, garden care, all the stuff for you outdoor gardening enthusiasts, and we have a full slate, don't we?
And we want to talk about gardening is easy, summer is easy, so we can solve all our problems.
And Daddy's rich.
Oh.
That helps too.
Oh, do you think so? Okay.
On the next edition of Wake Up Wenatchee Valley.
And that will do it for our newscast tonight. For more news from around North Central Washington, you can find us at NCWLIFE.com, on our social media channels, or on our mobile app for iPhone and Android. And remember, if you see news happening, we'd like to hear from you. Email us at news@ncwlife.com or give us a call at 888-6295. I'm Grant Olson. Thanks so much for being with us, and have a great night.